Sway in the morning, Shay 4 5. Listen, guys, you know me as DB, the movie junkie, usually, but today I am the music junkie because I am here with someone, a member of my favorite band. Not one of my favorite bands, my absolute favorite band. If this is the only opportunity I have to talk to this guy, I pulled out everything that I have in my collection. I have So Let It Be Written, the James Hetfield biography. I have James Hetfield's Funko Pop. I have I have Metal Massacre, the second pressing. I have the blackened whiskey,
Uh-huh.
batch 114. And if you know what that is, you know why this is a special batch. I have my tattoo, Metallica 81. I have the Black Album, which is what we're here to talk about now. What we're here to celebrate. We are here with James Hetfield, the lead singer of my favorite band of all time, Metallica. They're here to talk about the 30th anniversary of their album, the Black Album, or Metallica, whichever you prefer to call it. I know you've got a busy schedule and we only have a limited amount of time, so I want to just jump right in. I mean, you've also got the mandatory Metallica channel, Liquid Metal channel 40, right now until the 15th, and channel 104 through September 22nd. I guess my first question is: you guys were pretty much based in the Bay Area, and Sway was based in the Bay Area for a long time, and you actually included Sway in Some Kind of Monster, the documentary. Have you ever considered maybe have like actors portray yourselves doing a biopic, or would you ever have like the full Metallica story being told through film?
Wow. Wow. Um, they definitely would do a better job, than us at it, possibly, but, have not thought about a lotta stuff that whether it's a movie or a biography or some of those things, whatever, residencies, all those things. I think all of the, uh oh, what do you call them? The stereotypes of, you only do that when your career's on its way down or something. It's like, no, 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 no. That's not how it is anymore. I don't know. The fact that someone asked, I'm pretty grateful for, but I we're still living it now. So we're 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 the actors in our own world, and we're still alive and well, and pretty grateful for that after 40 years. And yeah, celebrating 30 with the Black Album. It's gone by super quick and really slow as well. So
Right.
yeah, grateful, brother.
I remember reading about how one of the songs from the Black Album, "Nothing Else Matters," when you first came up with that song, you were kind of timid about like whether the fans would be receptive of it because it was such a diversion from what people were used to hearing from the Metallica sound. What would you say to aspiring musicians about staying true to their own sound and just putting out what they felt represented them the best?
Well, if it's called a chance, I guess, fear has a lot of blocks, that in my head around it. What are people gonna think? But at the end of the day, I I'm an artist, man. An artist, if it's from your heart and you're doing it, uh, e the fans that you need will show up because of it. And at the end of the day, it's about honesty. If people see that you're phoning it in or you're just making the same album over and over and over, uh, that's not exciting for me. I like to see an artist embrace life, embrace what they're going through, and express where they are at the moment. So there's been a lot of comments and cries about sellout, really from day one, I mean, doing a video for one,
Yeah.
I remember these two kids. We were in San Francisco at a place called The Stone, which was kind of the hang for all the gigs and stuff. And some big dude came up to me and spit right on me, said, "You sold out." What? Like, "You did a video for MTV." It's like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be like this." Okay. So, you know, there's always someone gonna find something wrong with what you do, so do it for you, man. Do it at the end of the day, it's for you. If you write a song that you like, that's success to me.
I like that. Metallica is not only one of the biggest bands, but it's also one of the biggest brands. So, what would you say has been one of the biggest lessons you've learned as far as the business side of the music industry?
Right. Well, yeah, the business side of stuff, I suck at it. So the thing I've learned most about me is, I'm smart because I know where I'm dumb. So if I don't know about something, hire someone who you trust, who does it well and has your best interest at heart, whether it's a lawyer, a manager, record company, whatever branding companies, or like a, whiskey or cigars or whatever we're into. Um, but make it real. If it's something you're into, not, at the end of the day, yes, we all have to survive. We all have to make some money. And it seems like actually writing music is what my gift is. I've been given that gift by a higher power. So that's what I need to do. I don't need to worry about the finances and other things. I can hire someone who is good at that. I do like to focus on what I am at doing, as a purpose in life. So as far as business goes, if you don't know about it, hire someone you trust that does know about it. Luckily, Lars has been really kind of the business head of the band, and he
Yeah.
has studied many other bands. Growing up with Deep Purple, studying, he toured with Motorhead, he toured with Diamond Head, all these bands, and he was learning about the business side of things, and that interests him. And there are people that are interested in business stuff and play in heavy metal, and that's great. So the fact that Lars had kind of that in his DNA already, I was pretty grateful that I could just really kind of focus a little more on writing.
Unbeknownst to a lot of people, Metallica has been pretty diverse. I mean, you were born in California. Lars was born in Denmark. Kirk is Filipino, English, German, Scottish, and Irish. Rob is Mexican and Native American. And you even had Lloyd Grant on the original recording of Hit the Lights, who's a black guitar player. Do you think that that diversity helped you gain a more worldwide appeal with your fans?
It's possible, but we're not doing any of that stuff because it's, you know, PC or the right thing to do. We did that stuff because they were there. It never we never thought about it that way. Never thought that, oh, this guy's a different color, or this comes from this background, or his parents are rich, or whatever it is. That people are people, and at the end of the day, all are invited. And I love seeing the diversity in the crowd as well, not just whatever culturally, but age wise. There's this, why put limits on your fans? And a lot of that reason, big reason we stay away from the religion or the politics or the things that bring just um
Divisiveness.
yeah, divisiveness. It's like none of that stuff matters. It's the music. If you like it, you like it. So at the end of the day, our stuff is really about freedom. You should be able to, God, we live in the greatest country ever, you know, uh, and we're in a place where everyone should be able to live the way they like to live. And there shouldn't be people trying to stop you from it or telling you how you should do it. Um, I think that's part of life. That's why we're put here, to discover what's best for us, what's not best for me. I'm still trying to figure out me. I can't figure out other people's stuff, man. There's no doubt about that. Uh,
Right.
but I do support everyone's opinion on what they feel is right for them. And I do, you know, it's unfortunate that politics get in the way of it, or religious stuff, or whatever it may be, and it becomes so scary to talk about. So you shouldn't talk about that. You should talk about this. Like, gosh, we've never been trendy, you
Yeah.
know. So we just stick to what we feel is right. And I know that music moves me no matter where it comes from. And we all have the same size soul, brother. So uh, if 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 you think this way, that's fine. That works for you. I back you up on that. It doesn't work for me, but that's okay. But I can be accepting of other people's stuff for sure.
Yeah. I remember seeing an interview where you were talking about fame and how, people like myself, we can read interviews, we can read your books, we can listen to your music, and we can know everything about you, personal life, musical, aspirations and all that stuff. But when you meet someone like myself, you know absolutely nothing. And
Mhm.
so it's an awkward sort of interaction where it's like, okay, here I am meeting you as a stranger, but where I grew up, where I went to high school. Has that still sort of been a thing that you've been wrestling with, like trying to figure out like that fandom of like fame and celebrity?
I think it's a constant struggle, and for me, just like I have an addictive personality, and I do tend to take things to extremes or complete. It's either full throttle or full brake. And so sometimes I would let it get to me that people are so intrusive, and can't they just leave me alone? Or uh, you know, then I look at, somebody like a Miley Cyrus who just came and jammed with us, on Howard Stern show, and man, the stuff she's gone through, and she's going through some pretty amazing transitions in her life right now, and for me to be aware of that and to be helpful to her around that, I hope I can be, but everyone goes through their stuff, man. That's why we are here. Um, and fame for me was put in my way to somehow be a challenge, and I can, you know, I can want love. I need love in wrong places, It's like all these people out there, 60,000 people, they say they love me, but do they? They like how they feel when they hear our music, and I'm grateful for that. It's not me. It is not me. It's coming through me. So I just tend to keep remembering that, like the famous emperor who has the guy next to him talking like, "Remember, you're mortal. You are going to die." That thing.
Right.
It's like, you are not a god. I at times need that reminder, and also the opposite. You're not a piece of shit. you know it's like, oh, I fucked that gig up or whatever, excuse
Yeah.
the language, but I it's like, all right, it's okay to be human, and I'm learning from everything. So I don't know if that answers your question, man.
It definitely does. I don't know if you're familiar with Swiss Beats and Timberland, but they started this event called Versus, where they have two artists who go head to head. Like it could be two producers, two DJs, two singers, two rappers, and
Mm.
it's not about a winner, but it's basically just like a friendly competition of like going song for song, just for the fans' entertainment. So if you were to do a Versus, let's say Metallica versus a band, who would you want to go up against?
Ooh, that's scary. I'm not really good at stuff like that, but ah, so would it be? So is it lyrical based? Like,
Song, just like songs, your discography, your catalog, let's like best songs, Enter Sandman, Nothing Else Matters, One, like all that, just going song for song.
I don't know. I would just, I guess I'd pick kind of whatever our peers are. Yeah, a U2, AC/DC, Slayer. I mean, there's a lot of bands that I completely respect for what they do and how long they've been doing it. Yeah, that's probably those three. Yeah.
Okay. Last question. If you played your last show tomorrow, what would be your closing song?
Oh wow. The longest song we got, because I don't want it to end, man. So a long jam version, yeah, Highway Star Live. I mean, or 2112. That takes up a couple albums, doesn't it? But for us, oh gosh, I don't know what would sum it up. I mean, it would be Nothing Else Matters, because really, at the end of the day, um, not much matters on this planet except connection and bringing people together and being able to express my emotions through my music. I've been given that, and I'm grateful for it.
I love it, man. Listen, James, thank you so much for spending time with me. It has been an absolute honor and a pleasure to talk to you face to face. I wish we were, in the studio together so I could shake your hand and give you a hug and all that, and literally like have you sign everything that I own. But it's been a pleasure just to get to talk to you nonetheless. And again, I just want to
Right
remind
on,
people
bud.
that the
Right.
30th anniversary of the Black Album, the Metallica Blacklist album, with over 53 other artists that are covering the music from the Black Album. And don't forget to listen to Mandatory Metallica on SiriusXM's Liquid Metal Channel 40 until the 15th, or you can go to Channel 104 through the 22nd, or just listen on the SiriusXM app through the end of the year. James, thank you so much. Tell everybody, all the guys in the band, I said I love them all. Thank you for the music. Thank you for the good tunes throughout the years, and keep rocking, man.
I will tell them hello and thank you for your passion, brother.
All right.